So welcome back to the second part of our ukulele fingerstyle course using only famous riffs from rock music. Today we're going to be learning the fabulous Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. The guitar player, of course, was the legendary Randy Rhoads, the pioneer of speed metal. The riff is interesting for beginner fingerstylists because it's going to get you using your two fingers, using a classical walking technique. So let's get up close. I'll show you the melody and how to play it. And afterwards we're going to show you an even better way of playing it using all of your fingers and your thumb.
So we're going to get up close.
Right, now the riff is relatively easy, so let's just listen to it. Okay, tabs will be available on our Patreon site. So if you want the tabs to download with the right hand and left hand fingering positions, just go ahead and sign up for that. Otherwise, I'm going to walk you through it. So we've just got starting on the note E, second string open, 2 notes, and I'm going to start plucking with my middle finger and the second note with my index. So always alternating between the 2 fingers like this. Okay, and then up onto the first string, 2nd fret, so that's B, with the middle finger. E again with the index, up to C, 3rd fret, with the middle finger, plucking with the middle finger, back to the E on the 2nd string, to B on the 1st string again, so like this. Oops. Okay, and you notice I'm using this walking technique, so just look at my fingers again. And the second part of the riff then is coming down, like that, okay? So starting with A, open string, 1st string, to G, 3rd fret to the 2nd string, down to F sharp, back to G, up to A again, G, F sharp, 2nd fret, and down to D, which is 3rd string, 2nd fret, so like this. Let's put it all together from the beginning. Okay, now always alternating, making this walking finger. I don't always do it perfectly. I make mistakes. I'm not classically trained. Sometimes, especially when it falls on the index finger and I've got to cross to the next string, sometimes I'll just come back with the same finger. Not a perfect technique, but it gets the job done. Okay, so just practice that walking technique and see if you can get that even when you're crossing strings. It's a very good habit. It's a very good habit to get into. Okay, and work up speed as you practice. But there's an even better way of playing that. Okay, and we're going to use our thumb this time. Don't forget that we have high G, which is the same note. So this high G open on the 4th string is the same note as this G here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Okay, and with the ukulele we want to use that. We want to maximize the potential of the ukulele. Now, if you're playing a guitar which has 6 strings, sometimes 7 or 8 strings these days, you can do a lot with your thumb in the way of accompaniment. Now, we don't have a lot of accompaniment on the ukulele because we only have 4 strings. One of them is high. We only have a very small range of 2 octaves. So let's just not imagine, well, I can't do as much. We're going to use the potential of the ukulele, which is the high G. And we can make pretty sounds even if we don't have a lot of bass in the accompaniment. So let's start with those 2 notes again, the 2 E's. And this time I'm going to play the the same B, the same, but I'm going to play the note C all the way up on the 5th fret of the 4th string. Okay, now why is that better? To listen to, it sounds nicer. Now, we're not playing heavy metal here, we're playing ukulele, so you know, just forget the idea of playing hard rock. It's a pretty melody. It sounds completely different to the original tune, and that's what we want. Now, it sounds nicer because I can hear all of those notes at the same time. I'm not stopping the C to play the B. Okay, I can hear the B and the C at the same time. Can you hear that? All the 3 notes at the same time. And I'm playing it with my playing this note C here with my thumb down. Okay, so still alternating with my 2 fingers, but the note on the G string here is played with my thumb. Okay, and when we go, well, actually, so we have A, G, F sharp, and D. Well, I can make that into a chord now. So I'm going to finger any way you want. So first finger, second finger, here D and F sharp, and these 2 open. And now I can play that the whole of the riff just by holding chord. So it sounds like this. And again, you can hear that all of the notes are ringing at the same time. Okay, so this is a great picking exercise. Right, let's try this. Now, when you're playing the C here, okay, make sure that you're not bringing it down and covering the 2nd string and muting it. Okay, so just make sure that you've got a nice arch over. So your finger is arched, holding the strings with your fingertips. Okay, fingertips and not the pads of your fingers. You can see the lines that are made by the strings in my fingertips, so that's where you should be pressing. Okay, you shouldn't be pressing here. Alright, so that we can keep the sounds of the notes ringing into the chord shape. Alright, and that sounds really, really pretty. Okay, so the notes in the riff, then we've got B and C. Okay, I could play B and C here as well. So B on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and C on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Okay, so I can do exactly the same thing. This time I'm going to go E to B to C on the 1st string, back to B, and into my chord shape. Okay, now if you really want a challenge and you're ready for this, I don't always do it perfectly, but a good challenge is to do both one after the other. So let's try. So I'm going to start with our note E, hit the note B here on the 1st string, up to the note C on the 4th string, into the chord, and the 2nd time play the note B on the 4th string and the note C on the 1st string, and alternate. Okay, and when you're playing the D chord here, you can use I tend to use the 4-finger technique, okay, which means assigning each string a finger. So thumb on the 4th, index on the 3rd, middle on the 2nd, and ring on the 1st. Okay, so when I'm doing that riff there, can Can you see that I'm plucking one string, one finger, down my index like that. Oops. And it sounds very pretty. Okay, now I would recommend that you download the tabs for this. I'll put the right hand fingering on all the tabs for you. So practice that. That's lesson number 2 done. If you can do that, you're well on your way to playing a lot of much more difficult fingerstyle pieces. So subscribe please, press the notification bell so that you know when lesson 3 is coming. It's going to be another fun tune. Thanks for watching, see you next time.